Hari Om. What if I told you that the voice you're hearing is not on your screen, but in your head? But that seems a little bizarre, right? Throughout this video, let us see how our mind operates and who actually operates the mind. First, let's take a look at a few videos. Stare at the plus mark at the center of the circle. Are all the other circles starting to disappear? You can only see an imaginary circle moving around. That's bizarre. Let's take a look at another video now.
Bar, 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 bar.
Were you able to hear the word bar? Great. Let's take a look at another video.
Bar, 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 bar.
What do you hear now?
Bar.
Were you able to hear the word far now? Let us play both the videos at the same time and see what's going on.
Bar, 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 bar.
Are the
bar,
audios changing
bar,
as you look at the different
bar,
videos?
Bar, bar,
I
bar.
promise you there is only one audio track that is running. What was all that? Why does this even happen? Science tells that the images or the visuals that are captured by our eyes are all actually inverted, and it is our mind that corrects it. During this illusion, something very interesting happens. Our mind fills in some information on its own just to make the video or the audio feel correct to us. How do I know that is actually the truth? Sometimes my mind may be even seeing something that is not even there. Does that mean?
Right now, we're inside a computer program. This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
Don't worry, we are not in the Matrix. Anil Seth, a very renowned neuroscientist from the University of Sussex, says, if hallucination is an uncontrolled perception, then perception is just a controlled hallucination, and this hallucination, that which everybody agrees on, is reality. Think about it. You and I may be seeing the same thing in a different way, but there is no instrument or no means to say that you and I are looking at the same thing differently. I'm sure we all have heard of the very famous French mathematician and philosopher René Descartes, who gave us the Cartesian geometry system. He was once asked that if he knew or believed that there is a world out there as shown to him by his senses. And he said, no, I don't. He said, I only know the world out there as shown to me by my senses, and my senses may be faulty, giving me a faulty perception. How do I know that since birth my senses are not made in the right way and is faulty, that is giving me a perception that is by nature unreliable? So I can't say. I can't say beyond a doubt that there is a world out there as shown to me by my senses. And this thought, this way of questioning, that the thinking is the only thing that's real, is what led him to believe or give his very famous quote, I think, therefore I am. René Descartes, though a very proficient philosopher, stopped a step short at the thought and not the thinker or the entity behind the thinking. Hence, Vedanta says, I am and therefore I think. So, who or what is this existence or this entity? We usually divide the states of existence into three states: the waking state, the dreaming state, and the deep sleep state, or as we call it in Sanskrit, Jagrat, Swapna, and Sushupti. Let's take a look at all of these individually now. Jagrat, or the waking state, is a state which is often considered to be the state in which we are living or real. It is a state of mind wherein it takes in information from the sense organs, perceives it in a certain way, and reacts to it in a particular manner. Now, after a while, the mind gets tired of all this processing, and we feel tired and eventually fall asleep. What happens now? The waking world disappears. The surrounding, the waking entity disappears. And we enter the realm of swapnavastha, or the dream state. Here, we dream with a dream body, a dream personality. Some elements may be similar to the waking personality, some different. We may be able to fly, we may be able to breathe underwater, we may have many other superhuman abilities, we may even meet somebody we haven't met before, be in a place we haven't been before. And then we wake up. And then we wonder, what was this? The dream was so unrealistic, it was so nonsensical. But the dream is only nonsensical when you compare it to the waking state. During the dream, it was all wonderful, it was all real. We never question it. The third state, a state beyond the dream, where there are no thoughts, no world, no objects, no thinking mind, no personality, no ego. There is just absence, just the perception of nothing, not even the sense of the perceiver who perceives nothing. And this is sushupti, a deep sleep state. So, what do we learn from this? The Jagrat, or the waking state, is also just a state of mind. A perception when our mind is in a particular condition which is not inherently real but is just reacting to external inputs. In the dream state, it is our vasanas that are projecting the dream world. Also, the waking and the dream state comes and goes depending on how tired your mind is. If this is the case, then what is eternally present? What is there amongst all the states of existence? There is just one thing, silently in the background, ever existing: consciousness. In the Western philosophy, this idea or concept of I being the only thing real and everything around me is just a mere illusion and not real is known as Solipsism. Solipsism holds that knowledge that anything outside one's own mind is unsure of. Anybody else, any other mind does not exist outside one's own mind. This is a corollary of the Advaita philosophy of Vedanta that says, I, the consciousness, is the only thing that is real. This world, the Jagat as we see it, is just a projection of the cosmic mind. When Copernicus said that the sun is at the center of the solar system and it is actually the earth that revolves around it, people thought he was a madman. They ridiculed him, they scrutinized him. But that very statement revolutionized astrophysics forever. Similarly, in Vedanta, we say, we are not in the universe, rather, the universe is within us. With this change in perspective, the universe seems to make sense in a much different way. We understand the universe in a much different way. You are at the center of the universe, and all the experiences revolve around you. You are that consciousness that exists everywhere. Tattvam asi. You, me, the phone or laptop on which you're watching this video, the sun, the moon, the stars, everything that has ever existed, everything that exists, and everything that will exist is all consciousness. Consciousness has no beginning, has no end. It is existence itself, that one supreme eternal bliss, Sat Chit Ananda.